guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. We get to do everyone's favorite, the top 10 LRs in the game. Now, what I really would like to do is, top 10 Dokkan Festival exclusive LRs, top 10 Yellow Coin LRs, top 10 Carnival LRs, but with the introduction of Carnival LRs, we have the three of them right here at the start right here. There's only 3 Carnival LRs. So I'm really not able to do like a top 10 Carnival LR list. So because of that, I'll just do top 10 LRs overall. The thing that I guess is a bit of a shame is it is going to be a long time, I think, until there's going to be 10 Carnival LRs. I think we're going to get 2 during the 8th anniversary coming up. But, I mean, after that, is there not going to be Carnival LRs until probably August for Worldwide Celebration? Probably. So let's go ahead and jump in. Top 10 LRs in the game. We will start with number 10 is our boy LR Janemba. I mean, there's potentially a few options you could have talked about right here. I mean, one character who I feel like the more I use him in this meta and in Red Zone and stuff like that, UI Goku is still a problem for the enemy. Like, he can put in work. Because it's like, guess what? All these super attacks kill these bosses, you just dodge is the key to that, right? But I would put Janemba above him, I think. Janemba is just, there's a golden trio of characters in the game right now, and Janemba absolutely just thrives in like a slot 1 role next to Final Form Cooler, right? The one reason Janemba will probably be higher on this list, if not for his, like, the thing about him is he only guards in slot 1 or 2, so you can't really float him effectively, but he needs to be in slot 2 or 3 to build up, and it is pretty important for Janemba to get the extra defense from this, right? Janemba is, of course, a defensive character, right? And it is pretty important for him to be able to get that. He does also have his nullification, which is very, very powerful. It is funny. Janemba is really good, but, like, no super attack effects. Like, look how small his passive is. He does have an active skill, which he could do a bit of damage to the bosses, but the active skill isn't crazy. It's just that he's pretty tanky, and he could do some decent damage, right? Janemba, I guess what it is he's generating a lot of power from these links, right? And, Final Form Cooler, of course, shares many of these powerful links with him. So we have our boy Janemba at numero 10. Next, we actually have LR Fusion Zamasu coming in. I think Fusion Zamasu is a very powerful character. This guy potentially could be higher. And as a matter of fact, I mean, the very next character right here, maybe I could put Fusion Zamasu above them, but, I mean, the thing about them is this is just like a prepare for battle, Saiyan lineage, shocking speed, golden warrior, super Saiyan character. It's so easy to use this unit in a lot of teams, a lot of different situations. I mean, yeah, they, in order to be really good, they need this up, and this is hell to get, of course. We all know that. But I feel like this character just has way better setups right now. Fusion Zamasu, it's like you are just using them on, like, Vegeta and Trunks' team, basically. I don't know what else to say. This character needs, like, a stronger team. Realm of Gods is in the mud. Patara is not a team. Future is definitely really good, and that's I guess what Fusion Zamasu's run on right now. Final Trump Card's not a team. Worldwide Chaos is not a team. Battle of Fate could be interesting. So could Fuse Fighter, but that needs a lot of help. And then Time Travelers did just get a leader, but not a particularly great leader, right? So, I don't know. Fusion Zamasu is very powerful with all of his abilities. I've been saying this since this guy came out. You go back and watch my breakdowns of him. The way his, abilities are structured does seem to indicate that there's going to be some sort of very long content dropping eventually, maybe sometime soon, where these characters like this guy, maybe Goku and Vegeta, the new Carnival LR STR Goku and Z Fighters can easier activate these abilities because they just have to get hit so many times, and it's like the bosses don't hit enough times for these characters to be hit. Zamasu needs to be hit 25 times. Zamasu has to get hit 25 times to fully build this up. Think about that. 25 times. It's very bizarre, right? Very bizarre, very bizarre. And of course, we got Goku and Vegeta. They're very powerful, right? Their active skill is crazy, but the problem with them is that this is just so tough, right? They should not lose damage reduction after only 3 turns. That kills them, and then the high chance to super attack, right? Like, they just shouldn't lose this. This should not go away. It just shouldn't. Like, that's a huge, like, L for this character. They're very good, though. I do like them. Next, we have LR Metal Cooler. I think LR Metal Cooler is a fairly strong character. Of course, the big thing with him is that very, very crazy ability of his to just revive, always. You know, 0 to 100, if you have 100% health, 90% health, 10% health, he'll revive if he's killed. I think that does actually, you know, work out pretty well. I have been able to get that quite often. Metal Cooler typically can tank pretty well, provided that he's, you know, in a rotation where, you know, some of these big links of his are being activated. I've just found this to be a generally very strong character. I still feel like they could have done a bit more for him, right? I mean, no doubt about that, considering I think Final Form Cooler is clearly better, right? Like, they could have made Metal Cooler, I mean, Metal Cooler is stronger than Final Form Cooler in the series, right? They could have made him better. I don't know. But yeah, he's good. He just would have needed a little bit more to be truly, truly crazy, right? Okay. So next, we'll go ahead and grab LR Golden Frieza right here. LR Golden Frieza is super, super good. And, I mean, we could just... Now is the time for me to pull them up. I think the new Carnival LR Goku, this is actually, I think, where I would put him. Now... I guess I'll talk about them too as well. Like, we could just grab these guys also. People lose their minds when I put them in these two in the same slot, but like, dude, they have the same kits. Their kits are like identical, right? There's very small differences between them. It's just between their partners, right? LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta has got teams you can run him on. He just doesn't have the best partners ever, right? But like, that character is good. They deserve to be right here. I'm not moving them like, oh my god, the gods, I have the gods at 2 and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta at 9. Like, no, stop. They have the same kits, man. All right, so Goku versus Golden Frieza. Let's talk about this first. These characters actually are kind of similar. Like, damage and defense, they're pretty much doing the same thing, I feel like. Like, a lot of times you're using them. You know, maybe this character, this Goku right here, like, they're hitting a bit harder, right? And, I mean, I don't know. Is there additional easier to get than Frieza's? Because Frieza gets the additional super, when his HP's above 50%? It's when his HP's above 50%, right? Yeah, yep. And then this Goku is getting the additional super at 24 key. But the thing is, the reason I put this character, you know, offense and defense, they're close. They're similar abilities, right? Whatever. But here's why I put Goku in front, right? Goku's got this support, which is really good. I like this a lot. But then we get to the active skills. Now, Golden Frieza's got an active skill as well. People might not know this because this is probably the worst active skill, like, of every good character that's come out, Golden Frieza probably has the worst active skill. It does nothing. It's completely pointless. It does no damage. Broly has 50 health bars, and this barely does 1, right? Like, it's just completely worthless. This does no damage. It's an AoE. There's a turn restriction on an AoE. If they're going to do an AoE like this, you let him do it turn 1. So it's like you could go into the second fight of Super Battle Road and then do it right away, right? I don't know what they were thinking. They should have given him guaranteed crits for the turn, right? He has no attack stacking to make this hit harder. It just sucks. Like that. I mean, Golden Frieza is good enough. His kit is strong enough anyway, but his active skill sucks balls. Whereas this character has a very dominantly powerful active skill, right? Because they're doing the huge damage, and then they're getting the guaranteed crits for the turn. That shit is too good. This ability is a killer on these top tier LRs. The gods, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Vegeta and Trunks, they're all doing this. That shit is so strong. I love that ability. All attacks become crits. It's so powerful. And it's like, because of that and the support, I put this unit above Golden Frieza. But they're actually pretty similar. I think they're kind of similar in what they're doing. Now, the gods in Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, I just feel like, with the damage reduction of this unit, the dodge of this unit, they've got the attack breaks, right? Like, I don't know. The super powerful active skills, their active skills should be a bit stronger because they're able to stack their attack. I feel like I would put these units above the new Carnival LR Goku. These guys, their kits are just so good, top to bottom, both characters. I am comfortable with that. I mean, I do feel like the Goku is better than Golden Frieza, right? Because the support, the better active skill, right? It's like, yeah, I feel very comfortable with that. And it's like, yeah, this looks good. So, okay. Yeah. All right, so now, I mean, we could pull up the next three at the same time as well. I mean, we all are well aware of who they are. Sort of the golden trio of the game, right? Now, let me think about how I'm going to explain this, right? So, I think that these are the three best units in the game. And it's like, I do want to say I could see arguments for each at number one, but I don't know that that's true. I think Cooler, you can make a case for him being number one quite easily, right? I mean, any given turn, Cooler can just be stunning, right? He get 4 super attacks, critting, doing all this damage. If he's supering constantly, defensively, he could be very strong. Or, I mean, he could super free once, super free twice, and then do normals, and then get crushed by, like, Broly or something like that, right? His active skill is very good. Not guaranteed crits, but he does stack, which means his active skill will be able to hit really hard a lot of times when you use it. You do have an attack break on there, right? I feel like you can make the case for Final Form Cooler at number one. I do. Like, I see, there's a lot of people who say Cooler at 1. I say, no, you're wrong. But, like, I could see it. I would say you're wrong, but I wouldn't say you're stupid, right? For Cooler. Now, I've seen a lot of people actually put Carnival Goku above Vegeta and Trunks. Now, this is where I say you're stupid. No. Vegeta and Trunks are Carnival Goku, but they're just, they do what he does better. I don't know why people think Carnival Goku is better. It doesn't make sense. I really feel like there's a heavy bias towards this character. I think one major reason is people don't like this moment. And, I mean, people are being very consistent because I'm seeing the same complaints on Legends, right? People aren't really too thrilled with this character on Legends. So, a lot of people just aren't, like, it seems like people don't really buy this moment, the Father-Son Gallic Gun, as, like, DOKKANFEST LR level worthy, or as, like, Legends Festival, Legendary Finish, Legends Limited Character worthy. Sure, but I mean, that doesn't mean that you then, I'm going to find any excuse to get other characters above. Yeah, sorry, this is number one, right? Like, I don't want to bring out LR Kale and Khalifa, right, in this discussion. I'll sort of go there a bit, where Kale and Khalifa were so far head and shoulders above the rest of the game, many people wouldn't accept it just because they hated the idea that just Kale and Khalifa were the best unit in the game, right? It was just, people had an inherent bias against that character, and it really came out. A lot of people, you go back and look at some comments, a lot of people are very stupid in the shit that they were saying with that character. Like, right? Like, it's just like, dude, accept it. Like, the unit is just on a level above every other character in the game. Now, Vegeta and Trunks, I don't think that they're on a level above every other character in the game, right? Again, I say that Carnival Goku and Final Form Cooler are there. Cooler, you can make a case as one. But again, I mean, Vegeta and Trunks tank better than Carnival Goku, which is the main role of both of these characters. Goku, that first hit, can hit Goku like a monster truck, right? That shit hits you hard. Goku, he can do more damage than them. Sure, like, he'll hit a higher attack stat. But Vegeta and Trunks can triple super. They have the built-in additional, right? They have built-in crits as well. Goku has built-in crits, but it's only after he revives. Which, I mean, it's not super hard to revive with him, but you're not going to sit there and tell me it's consistent, right? Whereas Vegeta and Trunks, theirs is pretty easy to get, right? Just sitting in slot 1, building it up. I see a lot of people talk about the non-flexibility part of this character, because, never mind their guard right here, it's only for the first 5 turns. they're only guarding in slot 1, right? And a lot of people see that and they just like kind of like write the character off, but like this is, I mean, one of the best defensive units in the game. Like you want them in slot 1. You know, let's talk about it as a problem when it becomes a problem, right? Like I'm not saying it's not ever going to become a problem. Sure, I mean this unit's not going to be number 1 forever, right? Like Beast Gohan might be tweeted out in 3 hours, right? Like, or not tweeted out, but shown in the Jump Festa stream in 3 hours, right? I think there's a good chance Beast Gohan is just the best unit in the game on release easily. But it's like a lot of characters have to come out before this character. Okay, yeah, I got it. The page is unresponsive. Thank you. But a lot of characters have to come out before this unit just gets pushed off, right? Just like a stronger. Okay, so again, I'm comparing them just to Carnival Goku right now, right? Like, they also have attack stacking as well, which means their active skill is like Goku's active skill doesn't do that much damage. You do have the attack break, which can be very helpful, but you are never in a million years going to compare his active skill to what Vegeta and Trunks are doing. Vegeta and Trunks have like the best active skill in the game. I mean, unless you want to say Pan, right? Because Pan could just outright do so much damage. But I mean, that's not just on her active skill ability, but her stacking attack. But I mean, I guess it counts, right? I feel like you could say Pan has the best active skill in the game, and I don't go like it's like yeah like that shit is crazy. But this, right? Okay, so they're doing the crazy damage, right? They have this. I was just sucking this ability's cock 2 seconds ago. Yeah, all attacks become crits is crazy, especially when they could do their active skill and then they could triple super, right? And all of them are crits. It's just disgusting. But dude, this is so dumb. It's a true active skill. It's bigger than 20% because it's an active skill buff. This shit is nasty when they get this off. I don't see it. I don't see Carnival Goku better. Carnival Goku is not better than them. They're just better than him. They do what Carnival Goku wants to do, but better. There's no way. I would basically say, I feel like if people are putting this guy above Vegeta and Trunks, I just feel like it's biased towards either the way they're designed or the fact that it is Vegeta and Trunks. I really feel that way because I don't see how you could see these characters' performances and like this guy better. I don't see it. Vegeta and Trunks are just stronger. You could certainly make the case. I mean, Goku is on more teams, right? A lot more teams. Goku is a lot more versatile than Vegeta and Trunks, surely. I mean, you know, oh my god, we gotta get our best defensive ace in slot 3. Vegeta and Trunks can't do that, but Carnival Goku could, right? Like, I mean, we definitely could point that out. But I just, most of the time, this guy is in slot 1. Vegeta and Trunks are in slot 1, right? Like, Tech God Goku's in slot 1. It's not super common where you're putting your best defensive character not in slot 1. So, I don't know. And the reason this guy is a top, you know, I think he's the second best unit in the game, but the reason he's that high, it's not for his offensive ability, it's for his defensive ability, right? I mean, yeah, he's putting up huge amounts of damage too, but his combo of guard, defensive stacking, and revive is just so powerful. I think it's actually really good, right? But Vegeta and Trunks, again, they do what he does, just better. So there we go. I didn't talk about Final Form Cooler much, but again, right, I think you can make an argument for him as one. I do. So we would end like this. Yep. I like it again. And I think in terms of this is probably how I would do this. I think there is definitely a little bit of separation, I think, between, again, sort of the golden 3, the top 3, and kind of like the 7th anniversary LRs, but like, I don't know, it's not like the biggest gap ever. Yeah, I feel, I would say, pretty comfortable with this, just like this. We have the top 3, we have a bunch of LRs pretty close. LR Janemba is super good, but like he's probably slightly below this level right here, right? Yeah. Let's take a look at the last LR tier list I did, September. You believe that? And there's basically no change. I mean, yeah, I have definitely would put Janemba above Goku Black and Zamasu at this point. And then it's just the new Carnival Goku just slides in at 5, right? Yeah, I don't think that really things have changed too much for like a lot of these characters and stuff like that. You just get the one character in at slot 5, Carnival Goku, and then this unit fell out, not LR Janemba. Yeah. So, all right. Let me know what you guys think of the top 10 LRs in the game. Stop disrespecting Vegeta and Trunks. Deal with it. They are that good. Suck it up, deal with it, and wait for a better unit to come out. A better unit is going to come out. They're not going to be number one forever, right? It's going to be very, very soon. I think Vegeta and Trunks, they could be like number 5 in 4 weeks, basically. 5 weeks, 6 weeks. So keep that in mind, right? Depending upon if Beast Gohan comes out, if he's better, dude, there's no way Vegeta and Trunks are better than the 8th anniversary LRs. I would be shell shocked. Anniversary LRs, they're always number 1, right? So let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys next time.